Chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita is entitled as Purushottama Yoga or the Yoga of the Supreme Person. The chapter begins with Lord Krishna introducing the concept of Ashwatha or the eternal banyan tree. He explains that the roots of this tree are upwards and its branches are downwards, representing the material world. The leaves of this tree are the Vedic hymns, and one who knows this tree is a knower of the Vedas. This metaphorical description emphasizes that the Vedas are the means to understand the ultimate reality and that the Supreme Person is the ultimate goal of all knowledge. Lord Krishna then describes the Supreme Person as a source of all beings and beyond the perishable material world and the imperishable spiritual world. This Supreme Person is described as the highest goal of all knowledge, and one who attains him attains the highest perfection. The process of attaining the Supreme Person is through devotion and surrender, which involves detaching oneself from the material world and fixing the mind onto the Supreme. Lord Krishna compares the process of attaining the Supreme Person to the pulling of an arrow on a bow. He explains that the mind is the arrow and the Supreme is the target. Just as an archer must concentrate and focus to hit the target, one must also focus the mind and direct it towards the Supreme. Lord Krishna describes the characteristics of one who attains the Supreme Person. Such a person is free from ego, desire, and attachment, and is established in knowledge and self-realization. In the later part of the chapter, Lord Krishna explains that the Supreme Person dwells in the heart of all beings and is a source of all consciousness. He encourages Arjuna to always remember the Supreme Personality and to surrender all actions to him. Lord Krishna explains that the surrendering all actions to the Supreme does not mean inaction, but rather acting without attachment to the results of those actions. Overall, Bhagavad Gita chapter 15 emphasizes the importance of surrendering to the Supreme Personality, detaching oneself from the material world and focusing the mind onto the Supreme to attain liberation. The chapter highlights that the ultimate goal of all knowledge is to attain the Supreme Person and that the path to achieve this goal is through devotion and surrender. This concludes the summary of Bhagavad Gita chapter 15.